Split 2 out of 5 for week 5 of season 4 of 2025. Do we have enough number 5s? I don't know. Welcome to the gentleman split, as it is usually called. Will it be gentleman-esque? We will find out. Usually here in the opening of the splits 2 to 5, we take a look at the results of the last time the split in question was at this track. But the history of Navarra, 3 weeks we had it in the schedule. All of them were single splits, so no big history to talk about split 2, 3, 4 and 5 results, which means we can skip a little bit, which also means we will now jump to the starting grid to see how qualifying went for this stacked second split, and then I will meet you at the start of the race. And that's the starting grid. 17 cars here in split 2. Same as yesterday in top split, from Saint Cueca down to Clayton McBolla. Circuito de Navarra split 2 is on its way, and it seemed as Clement Godet had a good start. John Duncan as well. Everyone off the line, so far so good. Again, we expect 8 laps here. Duncan on the outside. Castillo takes the curb a bit aggressively. So far, so good. Everyone survived. Welcome to Split 2 Racing. David Ward, great start from him, from 16 to 13. Santiago Castillo and Lucas Gonneau, a new name I'm not familiar with. Welcome to the SoF. Clement Godet leading this little pack there. You might spot a new... Oh, no, not this is more important, Lucas. Okay, nothing major has happened apart from Gio Sheffield losing a lot of positions. Yeah, that could be described as major. John Duncan, right behind him is Linus Kresin, Daniel Hoffman, Philip White. 3 Germans right behind Santiago Castillo. There's a 4th German in this split as well, which is Stefan Kresin, currently in P17. Jack Davies, new livery for him. He combined his livery with the Mist Apex Motorsport livery. The team is expanding, as it seems, also in terms of representation on the track. But more on that maybe a little bit later. Let's focus on the Linus to the back of Santiago aggressively through the corner. Turn 15. This is Philip White. Sometimes you see him racing under Philip Weiss. 2 accounts, same guy. He's currently in P9. Castillo and Kresin. Ay, that was not good for him. Lap 2, turn 3, and John Duncan. What happened there? Now 2 Mist Apex cars side by side. John Duncan loses many positions as a result. And contact! Daniel Hoffman and myself. And not to make it about me, Just one sentence. I started with brake issues 5 minutes before the session. Lovely. Did not entirely fix them. Amazing. And now I had rear damage from that incident. That didn't look too hard, honestly. Didn't look like too much. You cannot see anything on the car as well. But it gave me rear damage. And combined with brake pedal issues, I was in for a treat. This was way more than one sentence. I apologize. John Duncan and Gio Sheffield. Duncan lost a lot of positions as a result. Martin Dale and Clément Godet, and you might notice something on Clément's livery. It changed as well. Welcome the latest member of Missed Apex Motorsport, Clément Godet. Welcome to the team, combining the French livery that Jack Davies made. You know, we have a huge chunk of different nationality liveries, and the Missed Apex livery combined looks fantastic. Clayton McBolla behind brake issue Patrick. Oh, this is not looking good. Hitting that curb is not helping either, Patrick. Which is me. Like I said, it's so weird to talk about myself in third person. Doesn't matter. This is more important. Clément Godet and Martin Dale. Oh, Clément. Hi. That was a bit much. That was a bit much indeed. This is lap 3, turn 6. We will take a look afterwards. And the rolling chicane, which is brake issue and rear damage myself. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. It was not fun to drive the car. John Duncan, will he get past this chicane? Not for the moment. Yeah, I can already tell you, it was a race to forget with all the issues. Oh, little contact there between Jack Davies and Gio Sheffield. This is for P14. Yeah, not a good race for most of the Missed Apex crew. 12, 13, 15, only Clément saving the team so far. Neil Todd sadly will be missing this week as well. I think he will return in week 7. A mainstay of the Clio SoF. But now the leaders. Isaac Mitchell behind Zane Cueca. 0.1 second, then 0.9 seconds. Isaac to the inside. He wants to take the lead. This looks good, but Zane can counter it. But Mitchell is not done. He ain't done, but now he's on the outside, which is usually not the best way. It's basically impossible there to overtake. Zane defending turn 6. Yeah, it is such a weird radius. I talked about it. But he stays in the lead. Zane Cueca, that is. But Isaac, Martin and Clément so close behind him, so this is far from done. This will be the story of the race, I believe. Look at them. Look at them. Then 2.4 seconds to Lucas Gonneau. 1.2 seconds to David. Can we talk about David Ward starting from P16, I believe, up to P6? Respect. I mean, a few things have happened, of course. There was a few incidents. Linus Krasing comes to mind. John Duncan comes to mind. Brake issue, rear damage myself comes to mind. We probably have missed a Gio Sheffield. Stuff also happened there, so of course, but great pace, great job from David Ward to navigate through all of that. Giving the Llamas a decent result. Isaac Mitchell in P2, David Ward in P6, and Clayton McBullough, where is he? P11. Good result so far, if this sticks. Linus and Santiago Castillo, this is for P7. We are now in lap 5, second half of the race. The crazy motorsport driver. Aggressive. Gio Sheffield and Jack Davies go at it. They swap positions 2 times. We didn't see it, but I noticed it. We see it in the back now. A little bit. Maybe Jack Davies gets past him. But we are focused on Clayton McBullough, who is driving a different livery because the Le Mans 24 hours is close. November 1st. So I'm looking forward to that event. I hope you do as well. It's an amazing 24-hour event with Renault Clios, the Mazda MX-5 and the Toyota GR86. It's PCC minus the BMW for 24 hours in Okayama. Enough plug there. Linus still behind Santiago Castillo, who has to focus to the back and not up front to David Ward, who also has the fastest lap of the race so far. Maybe even can get P5. That would be an amazing comeback drive from, like I said, I think it was P16. But also Clayton McBullough from 17 to 11. Not too shabby. Right behind Daniel Hoffman. Don't know if Hoffman had an incident after the contact with myself. And collision incoming! Sheffield and Jack Davies. They were battling all race long. And we will have to take a look. At first glance, I would say 50-50, but we will have a look at it in the highlights and then you can decide on that. McBullough, he seems faster than Hoffman. Like I said, maybe he had front wheel damage from the collision with myself. I don't know. Like I said, didn't look like too hard of an impact between us, but this is more important. Top 4, look at this pack. This could be the thumbnail, the 4. Lap 6, turn 10 to 11, something like this. I can imagine that. Linus now past Santiago Castillo, took an off track to do so. Martin Dale attacks Isaac Mitchell. This helps Saint Quecca a little bit. Now Clement, Santiago gets his position back, by the way. Cut away, which is a shame. Why do we cut away? Because of that! Because Linus drives into the back of Santiago and losing a position as a result. Maybe Clement Godet and Martin Dale side by side. Turn 1 for P3. Linus and Philip White. This is for P8. Linus. Lock up there, but nothing happens. And Clement is through for the moment. This battle ain't over. Believe me, I am sure this battle is not over. This group from Philip White down to John Duncan. 8 to 12. Then a big gap to Mr. Broadcaster, 2.7 seconds. And then Jack Davies, Jesus Saavedra, Stefan Kresin and Gio Sheffield after the incident at the back of the field. Martindale, after losing P3, lock up a little bit by Clement. but nothing too major. I just noticed the missed Apex logo in the white part of the French flag there on the stripe. Looks lovely. And this is Clayton McBullough and John Duncan in the back. We saw a little bit of it for P11. Clayton stays in 11. Linus and Philip. Linus to the outside. Tries to get into position. Not right now. Man, eventful race. Eventful race. Oh, Lucas Gonod goes wide. This gives David Ward maybe an opportunity. Final lap of the race. Time is flying when it's an exciting race. Martin Dale. He wants P3 back. Isaac Mitchell. He wants P1. Two great battles for podium positions here. Split 2 is delivering. Daniel Hoffman, Linus Crazy and Philip White. The three Germans go at it. And right behind them, the Clayton McBullough and John Duncan from the island. And a little bit of missed Apex action behind them, but not too important as it is for P13. Linus, he wants to get past. Pace-wise, he is faster than P6. P10, sorry, car number 6. But now he losing a position to Hoffman. This is getting spicy, but I wish I would see the battle for P3. Here we are. Here we are. They are side by side, and Martin Dale, I think he gets P3 back. We focus on the other group as there is contact. Martin Dale maybe even P2. I think he has a chance. Lap 8, we will take a look at all of this in the highlights. From like turn 9 to the finish, we will have this in the highlight package. The top 6 are so close. Mitchell tries it. Dale gives him enough room but stays in front. David Ward catches Lucas Gonod at the final corner of the race. Look at this. What a race. What a race by the top 4. And also what a race by David Ward. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And post-race shenanigans there, we don't comment too much on that. And now we wait for Gio Sheffield. And we are done. Wow, what a race, especially by the top 4. Man of the race for me, David Ward. Even though we don't have such a reward. Ward reward, sorry for that. And now let's take a look how it affects the championships. And here we are at the overall standings after this eventful Split 2 race. And we see the top ranked drivers from Split 2. Nobody of them have changed their position. Spoiler alert, the Split 2 standings will look a bit different. But John Duncan losing 1 position, David Ward stays in P12 for example, Isaac Mitchell big jump by 10 positions. And now we get into territory where I don't want to talk too much about it. Yeah, Zane Quecker, 2 races, now in P22. This was a big result for him. But yeah, don't want to talk too much about it as we are in the territory of spoilers for the other 3 races. And we don't want that, of course. So yeah, we scroll slowly, you find your favorite driver. Or maybe someone you have driven against in the past. Maybe you want to meet them again. They are all here at the Clio SoF. But I mentioned the Split 2 standings have changed. And here they are. Martin Dale and Clément Godet, now the people in 1 and 2. Myself losing 2 positions. Yeah, race to forget. Isaac Mitchell gets 1 position. But we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Not everyone in the top 8 has 4 races in Split 2. Clement only has 3, John only has 3, Sane and Wardy only have 2. So there is that to keep in mind for the Split 2 championship. And we talked about it, it will be decided who ends up how often in Split 2, of course. Who gets too often, so to speak, into top split to have a chance for this. We will see, but this could be one interesting championship. If we take a look further down, John Cook and Jack Davies finish out the top 10. Then the German block, 11, 12, 13 and 14. This looks amazing. This really looks amazing. Lucas Gonod made his debut, he's now in P24. And yeah, of course, the uniqueness of Cadwell mixed things up with people suddenly appearing in Split 2 that you usually don't see in Split 2, but we love to have all of you here. 56 drivers as a result now are Split 2 drivers in this season. So yeah, interesting championship battle for this Split championship is waiting for us. But we have 5 races done, 7 more to go. There is more than enough room. But this was Split 2. We now focus on quite a few highlights. And then splits 3, 4 and 5 are still waiting. 3 times we got split 5 this season. This is amazing, even if it means more work for me, but I don't care. It's a good sign for the SoF, and that is the most important thing. Also just noticed that Linus is the only one in the top 8 that has not changed the position. He stays in place in P6. But yeah, next time we are in Split 3, which is tomorrow. I hope you will enjoy that race as well. Looking forward to see what happens there. Yeah, so let's take a look at the highlights of the race and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.